Bro, okay, so I saw this pop up on the side of the video that we're about to watch today, and I just have to say, bro, okay, like, I'm just gonna come right out and say it in 3, 2, 1. I'd fuck a trans person. Hey, I'd fuck anyone. Man, woman, non-binary, you name it. Bro, what can I say? I'm a pansexual 17-year-old male. Alright, but anyways, Kris Tyson got caught messaging a minor. That's the video we're gonna watch. Now please keep in mind that Kris wasn't grooming the person. Right? They weren't grooming. They were just trying to be friends with a minor, which is still pretty weird considering that they were in college at the time. And the minor was like 13, 14, like not even in high school yet.
We went over a pinned comment from a user who actually happens to be the same guy who has been covering this on his channel and who's brought today's information to light. And if you guys do remember, in that comment, Prism went over how apparently he tried to get EDP445 to talk about this essentially to bring more attention to it. And eventually, after EDP445 stopped cooperating with him, he decided to try Kris Chan. And personally, if you ask me, I don't really know if that was the best idea because as you guys may know, Kris Chan and EDP445 don't have the best reputations. How apparently Kris Tyson allegedly messaged a 14-year-old and jokingly flirted and talked about sending nudes to him. Now, just based off of this part in the comment, I found that to be really odd and I had never heard of apparently Kris Tyson messaging a 14-year-old. The ages match up and it looks really bad. Now, I can't say all of this is true 100% or anything like that. It's all allegations. You know, take the things that you see here with a grain of salt. I might think that Kris Tyson is like a pedophile or a predator or something insane like that. In my opinion, I wouldn't really jump on that real quick because we don't know if 100% Kris is a pedophile or predator or whatever. We just know that Kris has done some really weird things in his past over on Twitter. So based off of Prism's video, he has decided to keep the alleged at the time 13-year-old's name private for the most part, and he refers to this person as BW. He uses their initials, and they also go by the screen name of Lava GS.
BW, Kris Tyson reached out to this guy.
Alright, so first off, I just have to say that Bill doesn't look very reliable to be given this type of information. He's making his video in a park and don't even have a mic. yo, like, what more can I say?
When he was 13 years old. Except the problem with that is Kris Tyson started an online friendship with this guy when he was only 13 years old. Now the problem with that is Kris Tyson was born in July of 1996. Lava GS was born on November 12th, 2003. The problem with that is that there's a 7-year age gap.
Oh my god. I think I'm gonna gag here.
So when you started socializing with this guy online and building an online connection and some sort of friendship and you talking to this guy, playing video games with him, socializing. He was only 13 years old. He was in middle school.
So right off the bat, I don't think I want to keep talking about this. So now we're just going to talk about the other thing that Kris was found guilty of, I guess we could say. And that is buying art from a very controversial artist.
That there was drama last year when Kris Tyson announced that they were coming out as transgender, and one of the things that actually was going around at that time, because in every situation with everybody, people will go and dig into their past and like their past tweets and stuff like that to try and find some dirt on them to see if they said like something racist or something weird or made a weird comment about something so that they can expose it and make the person look bad. And that's
that is exactly what happens. In fact, there were many like bad tweets that were left by Kris Tyson in the past, but it was in the past. But one tweet sticks out like a sore thumb after finding out about this shit that Kris Tyson did. And that tweet is, "Nothing gets my knob a cranking like some Wally." Now, that tweet, I would think it was a joke. But after seeing all this, I'm not so sure anymore.
Regarding Kris Tyson and a highly controversial and disturbing figure over on Twitter, this person being Shadman. And what we knew at the time, what was going on there, was apparently Kris Tyson bought some artwork. Yes, some artwork from Shadman. If you know nothing about Shadman and the reason why this person is controversial and seen as a disturbing fucking creep is because
he draws pictures. of minors, some of which have some questionable material.
Because a lot of this guy's artwork is him essentially just drawing little kids in weird and disgusting ways, like sexually. Shadman drew NSFW art of Keemstar's daughter, which that in and of itself is pretty fucking disgusting. Kris Tyson might have a thing for this artwork, that is if we can even call it that. And
But it's not artwork at all. What it is just fucking disgusting.
he might have a thing for children, allegedly. Nobody was really thinking that at the time, but now after this new information has came out, yeah, it looks pretty bad. So Kris Tyson made a tweet where there was a picture of this art, and Kris Tyson said this: bonus fidget spinners to really throw in some extra autism at Shadbase. And Kris put this tweet out after all of that bad artwork of Keemstar's daughter was put up. I don't know exactly when this tweet was made, but it was sometime after that. So I just find it to be really weird that either Kris didn't know about that, or Kris did know about that and just decided not to disavow anything or acknowledge that, you know, buying this sort of stuff and being into this sort of stuff is bad. Now,
Bro, this dude's just like saying everything for me, so I guess the only thing I could do is really give my own standpoint on this entire thing. And I personally believe that Kris, yes, dude, Kris is such a fucking creep. Kris is a major fucking creep. What? It's so fucking disgusting. In fact, there's way more that this person talks about in the video that I'm going to show right now.
Kris said, "No Beast Boy trap? Shad, you've changed." And essentially what Kris Tyson meant by this tweet was it looks like she wanted Shadman to draw some Beast Boy content. And the reason why this is highly questionable is not for the reason that you think it is. Because if you know anything about Beast Boy and the Teen Titans, or I guess what would you call it, like the spin-off show Teen Titans Go, is that in the original Teen Titans, Beast Boy is depicted as like an older character, and in Teen Titans Go, he is more of a younger character. So you can't really tell what Kris was looking for here, but just the fact that they were responding to Shadman like quite a bit, and Shadman is controversial for obvious reasons, I do think that this is very questionable. Now, two cartoon characters, in which these two characters are from Gravity Falls, their names are Maybell and Dipper, and if you know anything about that cartoon show, you would know that these are kids, and in these drawings, they're actually kissing, and you're probably wondering, well, what does this have to do with Kris? Well, Kris replied to this and said this: they're twins, so at that point it's just masturbation, right? Like, as you guys can see, there is a cartoon character once again who definitely is not over the age of 18, and this character is actually from The Incredibles. Her name is Violet, and Kris replied to this saying, low-key, she cute. Now, if you think, shout out to Shadbase for having safe for work drawings today. I accidentally pulled up his website on stream. Like, huh? This tweet was made on April 16th, 2019, by the way. But essentially the reason why this tweet is bad, because, you know, Kris is giving a shout out to one, a highly controversial person who draws CP essentially. And I already have proof that Kris uses this website because, I mean, that art that was ordered and that Kris had on the wall that was in that one Mr. Beast video and the artwork that they posted on their Twitter many times, like him having that shows that he's been to the website before and he's been doing who knows what on the website. And what is this and why do people keep sending me this? Kris responds and says, please, Shad, please.
Alright, so yeah, but like this stuff is pretty fucking bad. And then just recently, they were caught messaging a minor with some sexual quote-unquote jokes. Right? Honestly, I don't even know if I can consider them jokes, but yeah, whatever, dude. Apparently they were jokes, but okay. But you know what this reminds me of? Like, you really, like, dude, you want to know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of that time. It reminds me of the Sean Chipwalk situation. And just, if you don't know who Sean Chipwalk is, he was a voice actor for Genshin. I think he voiced D-Luke. I don't even play Genshin that often anymore. I used to. Bro, I swear I used to play Genshin. I'm like fucking level 70. But yeah, I don't play Genshin anymore. I now play Wuwa. But anyways, Sean Chipwalk also was the English dub voice actor for Subaru from ReZero, which oh my fucking god, dude. Yeah, so basically what happened with Sean Chipwalk is he also got caught messaging a minor, so yo, what the fuck is this shit going on nowadays? But like, dude, this is 2024.